Smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Shout out everybody in the building. As y'all know, me and Cody, we here for the bounce back, baby. Hey, and first, too, I want to thank everybody for checking in, asking about my daughter. She is doing good. She's fine. I'm in the right headspace now, man, and I look forward to tonight's show. Like, me and Cody, the bounce back about to be crazy. You understand me? We gonna go right from where we left off. But I do want to make sure I thank everybody that did check in. And for the ones that didn't have access to check in, but I know you truly were concerned, thank you guys too, man. I did not, obviously, y'all have never seen me have to end the show like that, but last night it was necessary. But we are blessed and everything is perfectly fine. I'm talking about really good. So thank y'all for that. Cody, man, how you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm feeling good, man. I think, last night was kind of crazy, and I sent my prayers up to you.
Absolutely.
Everything is good, man, on the up and up for you. And, I'm ready to kick this show off. I'm ready to talk about Kyler Murray.
Let's go, man. Hey, man, well, I thank you, man. You were the first person, bro, to reach out right after it happened, bro. You hit me right up, bro. So, hey, that's love, bro, and I appreciate you, dog. Like, seriously. That was, I mean? That says a lot about type of man you are, bro. You're a stand-up dude. So, hey, say no more, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it popping. Let's shoot the chat out real quick. Let's go. We got Mr. I Want to Mock in the building. Let's get it. I see you. Fig Nuts, what's good with you? I see you in the building. Luff. We got Raymond. I see you. Two-Tone, what's good? 10 Wiggins. What's up with you, Jason? I see you in the building as well. Who else we got, man? Make sure I don't miss nobody. Mr. I Want to, did I say Mr. I Want to Mock? If not, oh well, man. Mr. I Want to Mock, what's happening? Let's go, man. Hey. Queen Mary, let's go, Queen Mary. Shout out Queen Mary in the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Hit the like button on the way in. Appreciate you guys tonight. We're going to get right into it. So, we're going to open it up with the same conversation that we pretty much left off. And that was the oh, shit, boy. Hold up. Whoa. Wait a minute. No, the Murray and the JJ McCarthy. I don't know where the hell Kirk came from, bro. He must be on my brain right now. Hold up, bro. Do I want Kirk back? I don't know. Maybe the way this shit going. But we're gonna get right back to the Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy talk, and I think it's necessary. So, Cody, I want to start out with this topic that I seen today. We kind of touched on it a little bit yesterday about the long-term solution. I was kind of out of it while you were talking, just because everything, but I want you to kind of revisit that and just where are you at with that, bro? Do you see Kyler Murray as the long term? And if you do see him as long term, what's the future for JJ McCarthy?
So Kyler Murray is arguably the most talented quarterback that we've had in our quarterback room. I'm talking about talent. Whether or not that talent plays out on the field is a whole different story. But he is probably the most talented quarterback we have had in our room since, I would say, Brett Favre, at 39, 41 years old, Brett Favre. Like, that's how much talent this kid has. So if the talent shows up on the field, right, what we kind of were expecting, well, we'll say 50% of the fan base, because we're always split on quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
If that talent shows up on the field, yes, he is the long-term solution. And what that means for JJ McCarthy is he's probably going to see his way out to a quarterback-needy team that aren't able to hit, let's say, in the 2027 draft, in which it is a stacked draft class.
Yeah. Bro, I did a video today, as y'all see, with the long-term thing. And you know what? As I'm doing the video, Cody, bro, like, I thought about something, dog. I'm gonna be real with you, right? Like, I was thinking about it, right? And I'm like, I remember doing a live show. I think it might have been maybe after the Dallas game. I think it might have been after because that was the gritty game. That was the game where he did the gritty, and then that whole thing came out where it was like Kevin O'Connell was kind of upset about it and tried to just piss on his parade pretty much, in the post-game press conference. And people were like, yo, he was joking. He wasn't serious and shit like that. But then there was something that happened some weeks prior to that where we also felt the same, and we were on live saying, bro, there's something missing here, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it just seems like Kevin O'Connell wasn't really all the way in on JJ McCarthy. We were getting that vibe. We weren't saying it was absolute, but there were people throwing it out there. I was one of them, where I'm just like, I don't know, man. Something just seems like it's off. And as I'm doing the Collar video today with KOC telling him that, I think it confirmed it, bro. Like, I mean, it has to, right? Like, there's no way you tell another quarterback that you're looking at him as the long-term option if you truly, truly believed in your young guy, bro. I don't think they rock, bro. I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's one way. I think JJ McCarthy really don't rock with KOC neither. How you feel?
Yeah, I can see that. It's just I think they rocked together when he was drafted, right?
Yeah.
And then that injury came along and it slowed his development down, his progression. And then you had Sam Darnold walk out there, and we offered Sam Darnold money. We offered Daniel Jones money, and that was a telling sign to say, hey, McCarthy is not ready yet to be the starting quarterback of this offense, right? And that's why you can see we brought in Carson Wentz a week before the season. And I remember during the Atlanta game when we were all there, we saw Carson Wentz just hucking the football right at the beginning of the game. Like, man, is this guy starting? He's throwing to the starters right now. He's just launching him, and McCarthy took a couple passes here and there. So I can see it probably fell off the rock, right, that we're talking about between McCarthy and KOC. That fell off because KOC saw his development being staggered or slowed down because of those injuries.
Yeah. Nah, facts, bro. Shout out Travis, man. He said, what's up, dog? First live I've been to, seen a couple shorts. I'll sub. Hey, appreciate you, man. Let's go. Get the 2 claps in a Ricky, man. Welcome to PG4L. Shout out to you. Hopefully you tap in more and more, become part of the family. We will accept you over here, man, in PG4L, brother. We appreciate you, Travis. Thanks. Shout out our guy Norse in the building. Broski Bear, what's good? Broski Bear, two-tone, man. What's good? Shout out everybody, man. Y'all in the building, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna say this again. I don't think that KOC is all in on JJ McCarthy, and I think it's clear. I think the stuff we're seeing come out, it's just obvious now that he's not a huge fan of the dude, man. And it sucks, right? Because I think you're trying to judge a 22-year-old guy when you first get him. He's 22, and maybe the expectations were set too high and they weren't realistic. I put that on KOC. Like, I put that on, bro. You, like, come on, dog. Like, my man is 22 years old. You're expecting him to come in and be some, 10-year vet or something. Like, that's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I sat back and was like, I know what to expect from a 22-year-old. I know he's going to have to grow, right? I know that it's going to take some time. Bro, you can't come in and expect this dude to run a team full of grown-ass men right off the back. Like North said, it's kind of snakish, bro. It's a little snakish, bro.
Yeah, in the quarterback room last year did not help at all. Like, you want your quarterback room established, especially if you have a young quarterback in there that haven't played a start yet. You want it established before OTAs comes along, like during that free agency period. I don't think we had our quarterback room established until a week out before the first game. Like, that's still rough on a quarter. So I can see it where I don't think KOC gelled with McCarthy because of that. The quarterback room wasn't put together. He was still trying to find out who can be part of this quarterback room to help out McCarthy. And yeah, I can see that, them not gelling.
Yeah, for sure. Rob said KOC be fired by next year. Trust and believe. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think he's an NFL darling, bro. Like, I think only Vikings fans, like, we're the only ones that see the truth and sit back and say, yes, it's warranted where he should be fired, and nobody would feel a type of way about it. But as far as the big scope of things, like, even to this day, when you hear people talk about the move that has happened, everybody is crowning him. Everybody is saying, hey, Kyler Murray, what a pickup. Kevin O'Connell he's the wizard. I think I just heard so Pat McAfee just said it this week. Rich Eisen said it this week. And then there was somebody else that said it. It might have been Dan that said it on their live, and Mina Kime said it too. So, like, you got all these people, bro. They just, every time they talk about KOC, they have nothing bad to say. No, he's like the golden child or something. Like, they don't call him out on his bullshit, bro. and it irritates me, man, because you know it gives a lane to just throw JJ McCarthy under the bus without putting any blame on KOC and saying, no, bro, you messed this up, dog. Like you messed it up. You should have evaluated a little better, you know? So I don't know, man. It's weird.
And I'm a big KOC fan. I'm a huge KOC fan too.
Yeah.
And I like that he is an NFL darling. And they talk about, oh, bring all these quarterbacks here. And he whispers them. Like the whispering part came from veteran quarterbacks. So bringing Kyler Murray over here, a veteran quarterback, especially on a 1-year prove it deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome for the Minnesota Vikings. And it's awesome for KOC. KOC this offseason had to throw his gambling chips out there. Who is he going to go all in on? McCarthy, or is it going to be Kyler? And right now, I think he just chose the most talented quarterback, and it was Kyler Murray. Like, he's going to gamble everything on Kyler. If Kyler does well, throws for 3,500 yards, 4,000 yards, and we make the playoffs, let's say.
Yeah.
Making the playoffs, it keeps KOC's job, right?
Oh, no, that's a fact.
Yeah.
And if you sit back, Cody, and you think about it and you say, which quarterback's going to make you the playoffs? But, you know, some people can make the argument, too, though, that we were only one game out from making the playoffs with I guess you could say JJ McCarthy, even though there were multiple things that played into that. We could say Carson Wentz won a couple of those games too. But you know, if you look at it right now in 2026 and you say, which quarterback's going to give me a chance to make the playoffs, even if I have deficiencies, speaking about KOC, who can hide some of my deficiencies and make plays when it matters, he's going to go with Kyler. Because he has the experience there. He's been to the playoffs, and it's just one of those deals where it's again, I just think it's an unfortunate situation for JJ McCarthy too, because of, and we touched on this last night, because of the price tag of Kyler Murray. It's just like, yo, he's just getting the short end of the stick, bro. Like the JJ McCarthy has just been getting thrashed, bro, in every single way, bro. Like, you know, and that leads me into this, Cody. I want to talk about this that we didn't touch on. And yes, Travis, Cody does. Okay, yeah, you replied to him. That does put me, that's a segue into what I wanted to talk about that we didn't touch on last night and kind of leaves us where we left off. Is I seen RG3 today, and he talked about how he thinks that the Minnesota Vikings should trade JJ McCarthy, and he had good reasons why. Actually, you know what? You know, let's just pull it up, bro, while we're on live together. I can pull it up and we can view it together and kind of just react to it. I think that'll be pretty cool here. And just for the people that maybe haven't seen it, this would be good for you guys too to see this. So let's pull this up here. Let me see here. I'm gonna get rid of that. All right, let's see. Share screen here. Let's see what this guy here talking about. So this was pretty interesting, and I seen this today, and I'm like, yo, what? Hold up a minute, guys. All right, here we go. Let's listen.
Because they brought in Kyler Murray, it makes me feel like the Minnesota Vikings should trade JJ McCarthy. To give him an opportunity to grow somewhere and learn somewhere and develop without the pressure of playing right away. So for me, you talk about the Green Bay Packers with Matt LaFleur, have him sit behind Jordan Love. Look at what that did for Malik Willis, who's now millionaire, multi 20 millionaire playing for the Miami Dolphins because he backed up Jordan Love and he was able to develop after he left Tennessee, who didn't really give him a shot, right? And you look at the Rams with Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford. I think for JJ McCarthy, getting a chance to sit behind Matthew Stafford for 1-2 years and learn from Sean McVay.
And Cody, like, I don't know if you touched on that and y'all touched on that on Let's Skull, but like I said to me, the Rams didn't seem like it made sense. But then when I hear RG3 kind of put it in that perspective, it almost does make sense, I guess, if McVay truly believes in JJ McCarthy. I guess my reason was if KOC and Sean McVay are really close friends, and obviously we know they work together and they respect each other, would KOC do that to his friend by sending him a quarterback that he kind of doesn't rock with? If that is the case, like, why would you do that to your friend? But then again, you know, maybe you can you try to put him at a disadvantage just in case you run into him. You'd be like, hey, look, bro, we get to play JJ McCarthy today, guys. I don't know. He is a snake. He is a snake. You know what I mean?
Man, to me, it just I don't to trade McCarthy doesn't make sense unless you have another backup in the room, like like Max Brosmer ain't the backup. You know what I'm saying? So until we bring in another quarterback to fill in this room, it makes zero sense to trade McCarthy. And for him, I get it. Yeah, you want to have him grow somewhere. He is going to sit 1 or 2 years. He's going to sit 1 or 2 years here too, right? Kyler Murray's 29 years old, going to be 30, 31. What's a long-term contract look like for Kyler Murray if he does sign again another year? Probably a 3-year deal until he's 33, right?
Right.
And then we'll probably reorganize it. But to me, it doesn't make any sense to trade McCarthy because he might get his time to shine. We were a half game back with 3 different quarterbacks out there, you know, so there is a good chance that McCarthy could have his time to shine again in that backup role. Kyler Murray played 10 games last year. McCarthy played 10 games last year.
Yeah.
If we had to rely on McCarthy for a game or two as the backup where he can shine, right, and wins us those 2 games, we're in the playoffs. And then Murray takes over again. And now he becomes even more of a trade bait, right? Because you picked up that 5th-year option at whatever, $19 million, you know, cheap quarterback money, and then you can ship him off to, like, so let's say the Rams.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, man. Jeez, bro. Like, it's getting nasty, bro. It's funny, me and you were talking backstage saying, bro, why do we even have to have this conversation tonight, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, straight up, bro. It's just it's annoying, really, because it's just like, bro, come on, man, get the quarterback right, bro, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
what we say backstage too, if it doesn't get right with this, we're moving on to running backs and offensive line. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, me and Cody said backstage, we said, bro, if this doesn't work out, bro, I'm no longer advocating we're not advocating for no more quarterbacks, bro. We're strictly saying trade up to get the best running back in every single draft and offensive lineman, period. We're going back to 1995 fucking football, baby. Like, straight up, like, run, punt. I don't give a damn, bro. Like, for real. Sick of this shit.
The old Adrian Peterson days. Hey, it doesn't matter. We got AP. We can put Ponder back there.
Hey, thank you, bro. Like, for real. Then we won't even care who's quarterback. We'd be like, can he hand it off? All right, good then. Yeah, he could be the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. That's all we need, man. AJ said business is business. No, hey, no, that's a fact, though. Business is business. You know, sometimes you got to snake a man out, and that's what KOC probably would do, you know, based off of what he's doing here. I just wonder how JJ McCarthy feels because he sees this stuff. Now, see, it's one thing to get told you're bringing in a quarterback, right? But when this type of insider stuff comes out where it's like, hey, your head coach told this said quarterback that we're bringing in that he looks at him, he wants him to be the long-term solution. That's a whole different story. You know what I mean? Now that's kind of betrayal, right?
Yeah. Someone said something earlier, Florio, I think Mike Florio, he came in and he said something about why they didn't keep Sam Darnold or bring in Aaron Rodgers. The organization would have thought that McCarthy would have asked for a trade if we brought into that. So you can kind of see it why they don't gel again, like you were talking about earlier. Yeah, if he's going to ask for that with the main thought process, he brought in Aaron Rodgers. They weren't gelling because they think that Kyler or JJ McCarthy would have asked for a trade. Like, he doesn't like it here already. Maybe it feels that way.
That's what I'm saying. I think the writing's on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I really think, like, Vikings fans, man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I think this is deeper than just JJ McCarthy's play. I'm telling y'all that there's some shit going on, bro. Like, I'm just being real. Like, our quarterback and our coach do not get along. They don't. Like, for real. They don't, bro. There's nothing there. I don't think JJ really trusts Kevin O'Connell. I mean, a lot of us don't trust him. I know Cody said he's a big fan of him. And Cody, by the way, I was a huge KOC fan, bro. I mean, I'm talking about stood on the front lines when a lot of our community was already against him. And it's one of those deals where now I'm like, bro, No, man, shout out Marcus, man. I ain't ignoring your comments, bro. I see you, bro. I see you. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, dog. I ain't ignoring you, bro. I see you, man. Listen, Marcus, when we got guests and we having a conversation, man, I ain't gonna stop for every comment. Now, when I'm live by myself, you know, I'm just pulling y'all up. I'm letting y'all run the show. You feel me? But just relax, man. Talk to the community in the chat. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hold you down. But if you put something up there that's on topic of what we talking about, I'll pull you up, man. I got you, bro. I see you though, Marcus, man. I appreciate you, brother. Bro, I can't give you the skull chat because you ain't, you know. I appreciate the support, brother. You know what I mean? That's a fact. He said, what's going on? Shout out 33 Reasons. Appreciate you, brother, tapping in too. Yeah. So let's, and bro, on my short, somebody just commented, matter of fact, and said KOC can't develop a quarterback. Somebody just, and that's like the 5th comment that I got on that short that I released today saying, hey, KOC, you want to know why he telling Kyler Murray that? Because his ass don't know how to develop a young quarterback. How do you feel?
See, my thing, KOC's the head coach. It's not the head coach's job to develop the quarterback because he has so many other things he has to do on the team. He is the head coach, right? And that's the same argument we say KOC needs to stop calling offensive plays. Yeah, he probably does need to stop calling offensive plays because he has a whole rest of the team to worry about. So the quarterback as a head coach, he shouldn't be the guy that's the quarterback whisperer or the guy he has to develop. That should be up to the quarterback's coach, the offensive coordinator, right? Those guys, right? Those are the guys that should be developing JJ McCarthy or these young quarterbacks. And it shouldn't, the coach just says, all right, this is the plays I want to run from the offense coordinator. I like it. I think this is what suits very well with my starting quarterback. These are the script we're going to go with, right? Then an offensive coordinator spits out the script, head coach relays it, and then the head coach comes back with, well, we're going to erase that because it didn't work this time, right? Because he has the all say all. But in my opinion, it shouldn't be up to Kevin O'Connell to develop a quarterback. It should be like Brian Daboll. Like he failed as a head coach, right? He started developing quarterback. He's awesome as an offensive coordinator because that's kind of what the offensive coordinator's job is develop that young quarterback. Now he's going to a position where he can develop Jackson Dart, right? As an offensive coordinator. So it's something that I don't like hearing about quarterback whispering. Why isn't the head coach not developing the quarterback? The head coach, that's not his job. His job is the whole team, right?
Yeah. No, you got a point, bro. You definitely got a point. I definitely believe that one, Kevin O'Connell should definitely stop calling plays and be the head coach. Like you said, I agree with that. I think he should be the head coach and not the offensive play caller. And you being a Kevin O'Connell guy, you know, are you strongly on board with that, with Kevin O'Connell giving up play calling? Because most of the time, Kevin O'Connell guys, like I was, don't really see an issue with it.
If I knew what Wes Phillips was all about as an offensive coordinator, and then I'm hesitant on it because I don't want to see KOC give up play calling because we've seen success with it. Yeah. We haven't seen nothing from Wes Phillips. I don't even know what the guy does on this organization. So, yeah, maybe middle of the year, right? Like maybe you're out, right? And then you're like, all right, Wes Phillips, you take over play calling, see what happens. Or if you're doing very well, and let's say you start the season 5-1, yeah, give Wes Phillips a couple games to call play calling, see what happens. But right now, I'm just hesitant on giving it up, but I do want him to give it up at some point.
Yeah. For sure. Shout out Yogi in the building and shout out AZ Bros, man. AZ Bros 95 said, as a Cardinals fan, K1 is taking y'all to the Super Bowl.
Preach.
Let's go. Shout out AZ Bros 95, man. Appreciate you, AZ Bro 95. That's what's up. We love to hear it. Usually like when you get a player from an opposing team, and they usually come in with the, hey, we glad y'all got him. He asked, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. So appreciate you, man. Shout out Rye. He said, yo, Rap, your boy isn't fully on point. The head coach does develop quarterbacks, especially if he's in charge of the offense. There is a reason why young quarterbacks prefer to go to an offensive-minded coach. I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. I see what you're saying. He's pretty, you know what he's saying, right, Cody? Like, yeah, I know your stance is it shouldn't be his responsibility, but he is a former quarterback, and that's why I kind of shook my head when you said it too, and I want to pick your brain a little more on that. Is the whole point of bringing Kevin O'Connell to this team as a fan, I'm sitting back thinking, okay, we have a head coach now that is going to locate the quarterback, the young quarterback specifically, the drafting a quarterback, not going out and signing a Kyler Murray, the, JJ McCarthy of the world. Like that was my expectations from a Kevin O'Connell based off of his past and him being a quarterback. So, I'm curious to know why you feel like Kevin O'Connell's responsibility shouldn't be to develop a quarterback. Besides, like, I know you're saying he needs to run the team and stuff like that, but don't you think he should be held accountable to make sure we draft a young quarterback and develop him, though, or at least put the pieces in place to develop him?
Yeah, I mean, the pieces were already in place to develop him. And look at his offense; it's loaded, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's already been done. It shouldn't be solely on Kevin O'Connell. Like what I'm trying to say here, he shouldn't take the full brunt of the blame for the McCarthy failure, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to blame him, I'd go blame McCown. I go blame Wes Phillips, those guys too. The offensive game script guy that puts it out there, the offensive line coach who put out plays there too. I'd blame those guys too. They all deserve equal parts, in my opinion, not just KOC, right? Because we're already mad about KOC. Hey, why are you still calling plays? That's another responsibility you don't need. Like give that responsibility out. You're the head coach. You're supposed to delegate responsibility and not take the full load onto yourself. This is basically what I'm trying to say.
True. Yeah. Delton said, Murray can't read a goddamn defense. And hasn't our coach regressed the offense as far as yardage and every year to currently the tune of 27th in the league? What the F are we talking about here? So he's definitely taken a dip from when he first got here, but I think a lot of that has to do, I will give him the benefit of the doubt just a little bit. And I will say that the quarterback position hasn't been perfect for him. The times that he was really good, obviously Kirk Cousins played all the games. And then you go into the 2023 season where you got Joshua Dobbs, Jaron Hall. There was actually a great video out there that I seen yesterday, Cody, where somebody they were a KOC enthusiast and they were talking about why are we so hard on KOC when this man literally hasn't had a starting quarterback for every single year he's been the coach, except for year one with Kirk Cousins. Every other year, this man has had to run through like 3 quarterbacks per season. And we're going to sit here. And even with that being said, we still are always in the playoff talks. Like we're not dumpster fires, right? A lot of other franchises that got to rely on their third quarterback, usually those teams are winning 5 games.
Oh, yeah.
4, 5 games. We're still in the play, bro. Like even last year, we were over 500. That's crazy to think about. Now you could say a lot of it has to do with defense, which is true. That is a true statement. And some of the people that talk about those topics, they're not really Vikings fans, so they just look at it as, well, Kevin O'Connell got them to 9 games. Well, Brian Flores is a big piece of that too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying for sure. But it's weird, man. We're in a weird spot right now, bro. We really are. Nut said, insert bright B-Flow here. No, facts. Facts.
Yep.
No, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. B-Flow definitely holds the crown as far as why we seem like we're successful as we are. I want to give B-Flow all of his flowers because he deserves it. He deserves it, man. Let's go through some of these, man. He said, shout out to Chad. I see you. He said, KOC needs to learn how to adapt to the times. Like his mentor, Sean McVay. Start playing some 13 personnel instead of dying on the hill with his system, bro. Great take, bro. Let's go.
What's interesting, he brought up 13 personnel, right? So what's very interesting about this, all the coaches that were hired in the offseason predominantly are good at the 13 personnel.
Yeah.
And there's a quarterback that we brought in who primarily excelled into the 13 personnel in Kyler Murray, like excelled beyond belief. I think his best plays and his passes came from that 13 personnel. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, we're probably going to see a lot of 13 personnel this year, just from the coaches we brought in and then the Kyler Murray we brought in. And that's what gets me thinking Kyler Murray was always the guy. He was no other quarterback that was out there free agency wise is the quarterback that we were going to bring in. Kyler Murray has always been the guy. You can see it with all the coaches that were hired, that were set up. All right, where does Kyler Murray excel at? I'm getting these guys for that. Boom, Kyler Murray insert. I think this is going to be a whole 180 than what we've seen from last year.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Scold Your Rise. He said Brian Flores will be the next Minnesota Vikings head coach. And I would say that's a good take. You know what I mean? That's definitely a good take. I wouldn't even consider that take hot because I think if there's anybody in the league that's going to believe in him, it's going to be the Wolves. It's going to be the Minnesota Vikings organization because we see it's clear as day. No other organization is going to give him a chance. If he didn't get a job this year after the performance he put on in 2025, bro, we're the only team organization that's going to give him an opportunity because the Wolves would have already built that relationship with him, being that they're in the building with him. They know his true self. They would be like, hey, we don't care what the outside noise is talking about. We believe in you. So here's the keys. Like, so I could see that happening. I could see, I mean, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. That's a good take. That's a good take. You know what I mean? For sure. That's a good take, man. Tyreek Hill is going to sign with the Vikings next week. Wow, that'd be crazy. We are talking about wide receiver 3, so
imagine the Madden team you had set up with Kyler Murray, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Tyreek Hill, Hawkinson, and that offense. Man, everybody be wanting that the Vikings from Madden Dynasty.
I'm telling you, bro. Tuto said, hit that like button, man. Y'all must be stealing in the building, man. That's the second person telling y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all already know what time it is. Hit that like button. Wipe your feet at the dinner. Appreciate everybody tapping in, but you got to hit that like button so we can push this out, man. It's free. Don't worry about it. It's free. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I do have a new feature. I have TTS set up. If you don't know what TTS is, but if you do a super chat, it will read it, and it's hilarious. I'm ready for somebody to put something funny on there, to be honest with you. Like, you know, Too Evil, we got to get Too Evil to pop in and put one of his little jokes. It's going to be hilarious when it comes up because he going to make some of y'all mad. Now, not only do I pin the comment now, but we got to hear it be said. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be funny. So let's talk about let's talk about wide receiver 3, man. We'll cool off the quarterback stuff for a little bit, and let's talk about wide receiver 3 because that is kind of something that has been a topic for the Minnesota Vikings. One person is already out of there, and that's Christian Kirk. I know they were talking about that and him being possibly a good opportunity for us to get because of the chemistry he has with Kyler Murray, obviously. But he's off the board now. So now it's time to move on. Where you at with the wide receiver 3, bro? How you feeling?
So wide receiver 3 for the Minnesota Vikings, they want an established veteran, right? And they want a speed 9 route receiver because it's like a wide receiver 3A, 3B kind of situation. Last year we had Naylor, the speed option receiver, right? And then we brought in Adam Thielen, all right, as that old veteran out there. Who I'm seeing that has played with Kyler Murray, who is the veteran, who is getting up there in age, is DeAndre Hopkins. Because I still believe Ty Felton is that 9 receiver, that speed receiver you want. You're just kind of missing that veteran, you know, that guy that's going to be a reliable 3rd down target, the guy that takes the drags, the in routes, the out routes, you know, and is a reliable pass catching wide receiver. And it's DeAndre Hopkins. It makes the most sense. You probably can sign him to a veteran minimum deal, just like you got Kyler Murray, right? And that's what you run out with. If you have a 9 option receiver in Ty Felton, he's out there. Then you bring in DeAndre Hopkins for anything 3rd and short that, of course, KOC loves to pass the ball on. You put DeAndre Hopkins in there. DeAndre Hopkins is my wide receiver 3, and I do think he has a more of a chance to sign with the Minnesota Vikings than any other free agency wide receiver that's out there now.
Wow, that would be crazy. I know I touched on it a little bit. I think a couple shows ago, somebody put that in the chat and was like, yo, Rap, we should get DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm like, I don't know. You know, DeAndre Hopkins, I guess I'm more looking for a slot receiver, first of all. Now, I know we can move Addison to the slot, but I think I'm looking for a slot receiver. And I think that's why when I hear D-Hop, I'm like, I'm kind of going away from it just because I don't know what that's going to look like plugging him in. I don't think he has the skills that he used to have to be on the outside and stuff like that and be productive as much as I would want to see, you know? So that's why I kind of was off of the D-Hop. But you put it like that, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to it. Tyreek Hill, I know somebody just said, the Dolphins still, shout out FT Matty. He said the Dolphins still have to pay Hill and we could sign Hill to a 1 year at $4 million. Now, if you talking that, then sign me up. You know what I mean? Like for sure. That because you want to know what? That would show that we're trying to win a Super Bowl in 2026. Like for real. That's what that says. But I also am a firm believer, and y'all know this, of sometimes you can have too much power. You know, sometimes you can have too much star power on the field. Shout out Murray, man. Shout out my boy Mont, man. What's good with you, gang? Appreciate you tapping in tonight. I feel like, I don't know how you feel about that, Cody, but I feel like sometimes you can have too much star power and egos will clash because Tyreek Hill, he's going to want to be a wide receiver one and treat it as such. And we just can't do that in Minnesota, bro. We got that. You know what I mean? Like we got that.
And what scares me with Tyreek Hill is that injury. Like, is he going to be ready? I got hurt in week 4. Is he going to be ready to start the year off? Because if he's not, then you can just wait to sign him, right? And then bring in someone else for the time being. But to me, I don't think he's going to be ready until midway through next year. So you still got to find that wide receiver 3 until he's ready to go.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Jared got a good point. He said, man, KOC would never run the ball if we add a Hill.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a fact, bro. Like, that's a fact. He wouldn't either, bro. Like, can you imagine that? Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. Yeah, running. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, by the way, speaking of running, you know, we are bringing in our boy, man. You know, Damon Claiborne is on a 30-30 visit for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm hoping he's the next running back for the Minnesota Vikings. That's my guy, man. You know, I want him to be a Minnesota Viking. Dude is a beast, bro. That's my running back.
I posted something on X about Damon Claiborne. I was like, I'm very intrigued after watching the film on him a lot. The only thing I would say he probably would need to clean up is probably soften up his hands a little bit for catching that ball out of the backfield, right? Yeah. But it's a running back that you can gradually mix into that rotation as the year goes on and then limit the reps that you give Aaron Jones so you don't give him so much wear and tear throughout the year.
Facts. Hey, AZ bro, tap in then, bruh. Hey, now look, you know, there's a ritual that you got to do, bro, to become a Vikings fan. But we got you. Now, I can't speak for all these other organizations and fan bases, but hey, you got to check in, man. Holler at me if you wanna become a Vikings fan, bro. There's a couple things we're gonna need you to do. We talk about that behind the scenes. You feel me? But hey, hey, I got you, bro. You will be accepted. You gonna have to. First thing you have to do is change your name. I mean, well, no, I guess you could just say you from Arizona. That's what the AZ, bro. We could probably live with the name. So we'll figure it out though. You just let me know, man. They did do K1 dirty. He with us now. So what's up?
You gotta watch you gotta watch 4 conference championships games before you make that decision. You gotta watch 98, 2001. 2009 and then 2018. You got to watch all those conference championship games. Then you can get back to us whether or not you want to be a Vikings fan and live through it.
Yeah, we got to put you through some pain, bro. You know, we got to put you through some pain. We got to make sure you really set up for this. For sure. You got to be set up for this, bro. This ain't no, you know, oh, let me jump on it like Dallas Cowboys or something just because they always hyped and shit. No, you got to have a real deal, you know, thick skin, tough heart to be a Minnesota Vikings fan, man. We cut different. You hear me? For real, man.
He's been watching Cardinals his whole life. I can see it.
Yeah. Don't let them Justin Jefferson and Randy Moss and Adrian Peterson highlights fool you, brother. And get real over here. You know what I mean? And get depressing, real dark. Straight. But we still riding though. You feel me? And I think, and to agree with you, I think that adding Kyler Murray, your quarterback, is definitely going to help us out. So we should have some bright days ahead of us. Straight up. We said, hey, Sodak said, are we jumping him in? Yeah. So Sodak, I wasn't going to tell him, but, you know, he got to come to Skull Fest, bro. Yeah, we got to, you know what I mean? It definitely got to go there. You know what I'm saying? You got to go there. You got to pull up the Skull Fest too, bro. Like we throw an event in Minneapolis, man. You got to be there. So you let us know, AZ, bro. We got you. You know what I mean? We can make it happen.
Yeah, I can't wait for that schedule release so I can plan that out.
Yeah, man. That Skull Fest is a time, bro. Like it really is. Like last year, you know, from the year before, from 1 to 3, bro, it's just the growth of it has been crazy. And we sit back and look at it and say, like, damn, bro, we started at like some backyard spot, which was great. You know what I mean? It was the first one. Everybody was, you know, being able to talk to each other for a long time. and then it got bigger the next year, and then this year was bigger. And my thing is, like, I love to connect with everybody in the chat, you know, the people that are supporting us throughout the year, talking football and throughout the off season, because this is the toughest time to really support your content creators because there's no football being played.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of what if, what should we do? You know, all this anticipation and crap. And these are the real people, man, the ones that be tapping in now. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people I want to be able to really, when I think of Skull Fest, I think like these are the people I want to sit at the bar, have a beer with, whatever. And let's really like bond. We ain't even got to talk about football. Let's kick it. You know what I mean? And this year I felt like I missed a couple opportunities, but you know, this year coming up though, we gonna bounce back. That's a fact. You know, we're gonna bounce back, man. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. So I'm excited for it, man. For sure. Let's see, man. Shout out K and B slots. Appreciate you tapping in, K and B slots. Skull, let's go. For sure. Let's talk about the running back though, real quick though, Cody, because I want to know where you at with that. Do you believe in Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones, bro? Because I'm gonna tell you my answer is no, bro. I'm gonna be real. I don't like the running back room. I'm gonna be serious with you. I don't like the running back room.
Yeah, I don't like the running back room for the future going forward. You know, I want to bring in a young guy that can take over this. I know we probably have no shot at Jeremiah Love, right? Unless he magically falls down out of the top. I'd have him going top 5. So if he goes down to the top 5 and then we have a shot, I just don't see us having a good running back room for the future. For this year, I think you can make it work, especially with Kyle Murray's mobility, right, and all that stuff. But for the future going forward,
McCarthy
I hate
gets
it.
a head start learning clean as
this running back room.
Toilet emoji.
And I'd be willing to go into the draft and grabbing a guy in day 2, round 3, or round 4, right, or day 3, just to mix him in gradually and see what we got. Because the running back room we have right now going forward, ugh.
Yeah. Oh man, you good, Cody? My bad, bro. I'm looking at Two Evil's comment was hilarious with that shit. Reading it off, bro. Like I knew that was coming, bro. That shit was funny. It said toilet emoji. That's shout out 2E, man. Shout out FT Maddie. I see you with the 5. Appreciate you, bro. Happy St. Patty's Day to all. And then we got Too Evil with the McCarthy gets a head start learning cleaners for toilets, man. Too Evil is fucking cool, bro. Oh man. So I want to get, first of all, I like Damon Claiborne at the running back position, but like, so here I seen that we're keeping Xavier Scott too. And to me, I look at it like, man, we're not taking the running back room serious enough. To me, this is where I'm mad at. Now I really value the running back room, man. Everybody knows how I felt about Dalvin Cook, and I'm big on making sure we get the running back room right. And I feel like we've been suffering since Dalvin Cook left. I'm gonna be real with you. I still do. It's crazy to think, isn't it, chat? Now, this is the crazy part, chat, is I remember when I was mad that Dalvin Cook left, everybody, well, rap, P-wash, don't worry about it. Oh, you tripping, you holding on to old shit. Okay, look, ever since that night, we haven't been the same at the running back room. I'm just being real. Ever since that night that Dalvin Cook did not come back to Minnesota, this running back room has been shit, bruh. Now, I will give Aaron Jones the benefit of the doubt. Not last year, but the first year, pretty good running back year, right? I think he had over 1,100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so I'm not going to sit there and dock him like that. But he still wasn't good enough to my standards. Maybe I'm just being bougie. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe. And you know what? My standards for running backs are high. And that's why I feel the way I feel, man. I'm sick of the bullshit. Okay, listen. I like Jordan Mason, but Jordan Mason, after watching him, he is a running back too, and he's a running back too for a reason, bruh.
Yep.
That's what he was in San Fran, and that's what he is here too. To the point where the team feels like they got to bring Aaron Jones back. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Let that sink in. No other team, if Jordan Mason was like that, you are not bringing Aaron Jones back. You're not.
And what's awesome about our team in general as a whole, right? It's a good thing to be needing to draft a running back than any other position, I think, in football, right? If the running back room is your need for this draft, that is an awesome thing, right? Because you can get a young guy that will work along with the older guys that are out there running and you might hit someone on the draft. Because rookie running backs, they hit in the draft. I mean, you in fantasy, you're drafting every rookie running back from that year because you already know 2 of them are going to hit to win you a championship. So I think it's a good thing where we're at right now. And there is a running back out there we can get through the draft to make this team better. And you can gradually push them through in the starting lineup.
Yeah. How do you feel about A-Chain? I saw some people talking about A-Chain earlier in the chat. I like it. I think shout out my boy Dylan. He was saying like a second for A-Chain. If A-Chain was available for like, I don't think the situation in Miami for A-Chain is nasty, I'll say. Like, I think they have a good relationship, so I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. It's one of those deals where the Dolphins are probably like, we're not trading him, bro. He's literally at this point because Waddle now is where'd Waddle go? Where'd Waddle get traded to? It's a good trade to the Broncos.
Yeah,
I think Waddle went to the Broncos, which is a great pickup for them, in my opinion. I mean, I think that's a great pickup. But Devon A-Chain, bro, that dude, bro, he's the type of running back I like. Like, if you could tell me I can trade Mason for A-Chain, bro, I'm doing it right now.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. But the rumor around the NFL right now for A-Chain is Miami would be willing to get rid of him if a first-round pick was involved. So I don't know if you want to trade 18 for A-Chain, but we're still, right, we're looking for a running back, right? It's a good thing that we are in need of a running back in this draft. Would you trade 18 for Devon A-Chain?
So that's a great question, Cody. Let's talk about it, right? Like, so here's my question to the chat. And I'm going to answer this to answering your question, Cody. Would I trade pick 18 for A-Chain? I'm going to tell you why it sounds crazy because it's A-Chain and people aren't like putting him on this pedestal. But if you watch him run, you'll change your mind. All right. So there's a lot of people that just haven't watched him play football. They just kind of know the running backs. Miami has a running back. But I'll ask myself this, and this is how I always approach a draft. Is there a player at pick 18 in this year's class? All right. Try to take out the facts of it's the NFL draft and we got pick 18. That sounds crazy for you to trade a first round pick at 18 for a guy in Devon A-Chain. But I'll ask myself this on draft night, if you're on the board and you're telling me Mansour is gone, you're telling me the safety that we want, the Enemans gone, you're telling me Caleb Banks is gone, you're telling me Jeremiah Love is gone, Caleb Downs is gone. If you're telling me all these type players that you think are going to be impact players, and now you got to settle for some guy that people are just saying, well, his tape looks good, and maybe in a couple years he's going to be good. Like, if you're telling me that, yeah, hell yeah, I'm sitting at 18, right? Because when the truth is, and I know the chat going to try to fry me, but the truth is this: you trade pick 18 for A-Chain. Guess what? A-Chain's coming in on Sunday and is going to ball. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to ask yourself, is A-Chain going to be good and a game changer? No, he's going to be. And you know that already. That's my way of thinking. And he's still young. I think he's only like what, 20, what is he, like 24, 25 or something?
Yeah, 24.
So like he still got multiple years in that tank. You feel me? So for me, it depends on who's there at 18. Right? Like, it depends on who's there at 18. Because if we when the night comes, and we'll reevaluate this question, Cody, after the draft, because it's not going to happen, right? Obviously, it's not going to happen, but like, we'll reevaluate this question after the draft. We'll see what player we pick at 18, and then we'll re-ask the question: would you be willing to trade blank player for David A-Chain right now, Devon A-Chain right now? And then we'll see if the answers change. Because right now, tonight, a lot of people are going to say, no, that's crazy, blase, blase. But we'll let's talk about it in April. Let's revisit that, and we'll see. Right now, I'm going, yeah. How you feel?
Oh, I'm doing it in a heartbeat. I mean, you know what you're getting out of Devon A-Chain, right? And you are a running back needy kind of team. If all those guys are gone, and knowing what the running back market it looks like this draft, it goes Love in top 5, and there's a huge cliff all the way to the beginning of the 3rd round to where you probably should select a running back.
Yeah.
If you're telling me I can get a running back as good as A-Chain for pick 18, a mid first round pick, I am sending that trade all day.
Yeah.
Because I know what the talent looks like in the running back for this year's draft class.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. And there is some good running backs in this draft class. And I'm excited about the running backs in this draft class, but I also am a firm believer in that. It's almost it goes back to the Jalen Carter. And I did a video on that. And I was like, people were saying, I wouldn't trade my first round pick for Jalen Carter. Bro, name me one player in this draft that you think gonna be better than Jalen Carter. There isn't one. There isn't one. So for that reason alone, why is the answer no? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess like I think about things a little different, bro. I really do. Like, why is the answer no, man? Who in this draft is going to be as impactful as Jalen Carter right now in 2026? If the Eagles said, hey, you can have Jalen Carter, we just want your 18th pick, send it. Please. Send it.
And you're basically saying you're going all in this year with Kyler Murray at quarterback. Do you think a rookie coming in is part of that all in, or is Devin A-Chain more of that part of all in?
Bro, the truth is this too, Cody, is you can get Caleb Banks. Name the best defensive tackle y'all think is in this draft. All right. Caleb Banks. Who's the other one? It doesn't, you know what the thing is? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what name you put in the chat, because guess what? He is not going to be better than Jalen Carter. And that is a fact. And Jalen Carter is ready right now. Right now. Why wouldn't you give 18 up, bro? Like, I'm giving 18 up. I'm serious. Seriously, it's a no-brainer. Oh, no. That's my little rant, man. I go through those every once in a while when we talk about the draft. It's crazy, bro. I mean, I just think people value like the draft a little too much, specifically the first round picks. I think there's too much value on just the excitement of getting a new name that nobody knows about, and the possibility of that guy turning into a star. Where how I think is, I rather just get the already star. You know what I'm saying? And you can have the 18 pick. I'll let you take the risk at 18, Philly, and pick a guy, and maybe he turns out, maybe he doesn't. I rather just take the sure thing that I already know. So I got to win right now. That's kind of that's kind of my thinking when I go into these conversations. So that's probably why a lot of times I sound crazy and people are raps tripping, because he would give up our first round pick. Bro, you know how many first round picks that I've witnessed our team do that are nothing? You know what I'm saying? That mean nothing, bro. So many.
And I always got a saying, if your first round pick is top 10, it's untradeable, right? To me, that's untradeable. You're going to get a good player. If you got a mid-round pick, it's tradable for a player. Towards the back end, it's tradable for more draft picks. So that's how I kind of look at, if I was a GM, where were my picks at? If I'm from 12 to 18 or 12 to 22, I can trade that for a player. If I'm from 23 to 32, I'm trading it for more draft picks. The top 10, that is solely on who I'm going to draft to be the future of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. No, I like it, man. Somebody, shout out Scolger. He said, so you're saying Kyler is going to make the Vikings a Super Bowl caliber team if you want to go all in? Absolutely. 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 You're telling me if you don't add a Jalen Carter on that defensive line, you got Kyler Murray on top of all the other weapons you got. You telling me that you don't think we would be Super Bowl contenders? Like, I'm being dead ass serious. Like, if you really feel like that, like, come on, bro. You know the answer is yes. You know it is.
100%. I mean, we had 26 different line combinations last year. You can factor that in too, right? Still half game outside the playoffs. I think if the offensive line stays healthy with the people we have right now, and you add Jalen Carter, it's Super Bowl contending team. Now, I get it. If the offensive line breaks down again, then yeah, we're probably just a playoff one and done team. Because again, we were half game outside of the playoffs last year with 3 different quarterbacks and a 26 line combination of O-linemen out there.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm curious to see. Do you do mocks, Cody? You like doing mock drafts?
I do mocks. I do. I love doing mocks. I think I got a nice little set who I want already in my mind.
Because tonight, I wasn't going to do a mock last night. And tonight was supposed to be my mock madness night, where we started out our thing. We do mock madness.
Mhm.
but I wasn't. We had to bounce back from last night, and so tonight I was thinking to myself, I said, you know what, this the bounce back show. It's only right, bro. We do a mock. I'm gonna let you run it, right?
Oh,
I'm gonna let you. Are you ready for that? You good with
oh,
that?
I'm ready. I'm
All
ready.
right,
Let's roll.
cool, man. I think that's something good to top off the show, man, to make up for what we did. Now, let me ask you: do you want to do full 7, or were you comfortable? You want to do 4? You
We
want
can
to do
do
either
full
4 or
7.
7?
We can do 7. I mean,
Do
if that's
7?
what
All right, cool.
that
No,
everybody
hey, I'm
wants
with
to
you,
do.
bro. Let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna do that. Let me set this up here real quick. Let me get this screen set up. I think this is perfect, man. Make sure you hit the like button. We got our boy Cody. He about to cook on a mock draft. This is gonna get us hyped up to start Mock Madness because the next live will be Mock Madness. Now, being that incident happened last night and I had to get off, and me and Cody had to bounce back tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna go live tomorrow night, but maybe Thursday we'll start our Mock Madness officially. But tonight, just to get us popping though, get us, you know what I mean? Get us, Cody gonna get us hyped up, baby. Let's go. I want to see some fucking picks, man. Let's get it. All right. So let me get this shared, man. I'm getting a little too excited. You feel me? Like for real, a little bit too excited, man. Yeah. Let me see the best way to the screen. Boom. All right, that looks good. Everybody can see that good, man. Hopefully that's clear for everybody there. You can see that, Cody? You good?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, cool. Shout out Sir D in the building. I see you, Sir D. All right, so I'm going to start the draft. Cody, you just tell me kind of where you want to go, which direction you want to go with this. I'm going to go ahead and start it. Is there any trade you want to do before I hit start?
No, let's just do well, actually, let's do we want to trade? Let's get to pick 6, right? And then we'll think about
pick
throwing out a
6.
trade. Yeah, let's get to
Okay.
pick 6.
All right, let me slow this. Let me do slow then to make sure I can catch it. All right, boom. Let's see. 2, 3. You want me to stop it at 5, like before pick 6?
No, stop it at 6.
Okay.
Never mind. You can fly through it.
Oh, fly through it. It's gone. Oh, I'm curious. Oh, Jeremiah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was hoping he dropped to 7. We're good.
So real quick, let's talk about this though. This is kind of interesting. I think we know that that's going to happen, right? We know the first one. That's kind of a no-brainer. Then you got Reese. Then you got Sonny Styles. But Jeremiah Love to the Titans. I haven't seen that. I think this one seems pretty new to me, man. And seeing him go to the Titans. Have you been seeing this in the mocks?
Yeah. So right now, this is why I don't think Jeremiah Love leaves the top 5. It's because of pick 4 in Tennessee. Tennessee lost their running backs. I think they got Spears and someone else. I think bringing Jeremiah Love into that situation with Cam Ward only helps Cam Ward out for the future of that organization.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense, man. All right, so we at 18. We are on the clock. Cody, you tell me what you want me to do, brother. What we looking at, man? I'll scroll down here. You can see the board.
I can see the guy who I'm going to pick right now for this position because we did sign Eric Wilson at linebacker, and to get CJ Allen at 18 would be awesome. It'd be probably the win of the draft, right? But I'm going to go with Harrison Smith. Does come back, but do I trust Metellus in the too high safety look that B-Flow loves to run? Do I trust Lucky Jackson back there in that too high look? It puts a lot of stress on the safeties.
Theo Jackson.
Yeah, Theo Jackson. I'm going with McNeil Warren right here. I think he is the second best safety outside of Caleb Downs in this year's draft.
Let's go. All right, so and then I'm gonna draft him, and then I'm gonna draft that, right, and then I'm gonna stop it real quick and let's talk real quick, Cody. Okay. I don't want to get you out your zone, but let's just say hypothetically, this is the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say this is how the night went down. Now I want to ask you, chat. This is how the night went down, and do we like Emmanuel McNeil Warren? Yeah, I mean, I was watching some stuff. A couple of y'all have put me on game. I was kind of sleeping on bro, but then I liked him. Now let me re-ask you this. Would you trade Emmanuel McNeil Warren for Devon A-Chain?
100%.
I mean, that's because that's where we're going to be at the night of the draft. After the draft, this is the conversation we're going to have. All the effers calling me crazy and thinking that I'm crazy and retarded, right? This is the conversation we're going to have. We're going to say, do you believe that Emmanuel McNeil-Warren brings us more value than a Devon Achane coming to this team in 2026? Do you? That's going to be the real question to answer. And your answer is probably going to be like, hell no, we should have got Achane. That's a fact. But this was a great pick though, Cody, by the way.
Yeah.
I love him, bro. I was sleeping on him and I was like, yo, I don't think bro's like that, bro. Like y'all telling me he like that, but I'm not really seeing it, man. And then, I came around and watched some more. So
yeah. And if you look at, and he's a big safety. He's a tall safety for him too, right? And the combine, people are down on him because when do we trust men in underwear based off of draft picks? It don't make no sense. Yeah. Okay, he did run a good 40, right? Or he did run a bad 40. Like we watched what Ross run the fastest 40, and then he flamed out of the league, right? So I'm not too worried about what combine numbers are.
Right. No, facts, man. All right, so that's good, man. Shout out to Cody with that pick there. So we are on the clock at pick 49. Tell me which direction you want to go, man. What position you want me to go to position. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, you want to win my heart over, bro. You know I'm at with it, right?
You want him right now. So like if you get Jacob Rodriguez at that position right here in the second round at pick 49, you're definitely going after that. Right. Yeah. You got Cashman out there. Eric Wilson's on a kind of a short-term deal. Cashman's still on a short-term deal. Jacob Rodriguez plays sideline to sideline. So to bolster up that linebacker room, right, with a deficiency at or defensive tackle position, I'm going Jacob Rodriguez right here.
Let's go, man. That's my type of guy, man. Shout out Cody with the monster pick right there, brother. Hey, we start so far so good. One thing's for sure, this defense is not going to be nothing to play with. I'm telling you right now, we cooking on the defensive side of the ball. That's a fact, man. All right, so next we are on pick 82.
Pick 82. Someone just dropped to us again. I think this guy is tied for the second best running back in the draft. He's already on the top of the list, right?
Okay.
Mike Washington. Look, we were talking about 40 times earlier. His 40 time, he is shifty.
Yeah, he crushed it.
Good running back. I think he is the low-key, the gem of this draft. If you are going to go after running back, and getting Mike Washington right here in the third round is a steal. So I'm going Mike Washington.
Let's go, man. Let's get it. The pick is in. Cody picked Mike Washington Jr. out of Arkansas. Some people call it Arkansas. Whatever you call it, it is what it is. Bring your ass here, boy.
Someone brought it up in the chat. You want your home run running back? Well, there's our Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cody, man. He cooking so far. All right, we at pick 97. We on the clock, Cody. Where you at with it?
So I'm gonna scroll down, just go quite a bit here. See if he's right there. There's my guy right there. All right, Malik Muhammad.
Okay, cornerback. So Malik Muhammad can play safety in that cornerback role. You can put him in that nickel back area, or you can play him on the outside. Watching him play against Alabama, played very, very well against Alabama. And that, what was he, a freshman wide receiver at the time? I can't remember his name, Williams, right? And he played. Ryan Williams. Yeah,
Ryan Williams played really good against him. I'm picking Malik Muhammad right here. He's been my draft crush for quite a long time, for the past 2 years. I'm just waiting for him to get out, and he finally is coming out declaring for the draft. I'm going Malik Muhammad right here because he can play all three.
Let's go, man. Let's go. We got Malik Muhammad. You are a Minnesota Viking. Come on down, my good sir. All right, we at pick 161. Where you at?
All right, pick 161. All right, we're going to get kind of tough, where we kind of need to fill in some positions, right? There he is too.
There he is. Okay.
Yes, your boy, Damon Claiborne, right? Do you go two running backs? In this draft?
Right. That's interesting, Cody. That's interesting.
Right? Because you're looking at Mason. He's got 1 year left on his contract. You got Aaron Jones back to 1 year left on his contract. I'm going to wait on Damon Claiborne in the next round, see if he falls. But right now, you scroll down just a little bit more.
Oh, scroll down. My bad.
Yep.
There we go.
I'll be gone.
All right. And if there's a position group to slim it down, you just let me know too. I'll just go.
Yeah, let's go to center real quick.
Center. All right, cool. Let's see. Interior. There we go.
Scroll down, see if my boy's still there. No, he got picked up.
He's gone.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's tough.
all your boys getting picked up. All your boys getting picked up, Cody.
So for right here, I do need a backup, right? And it's a good time to pick a center, in my opinion, in this area. So I'm going to pick from the national championship team.
My guy, man. Let's go. Pat Coogan, right?
Yeah, Pat Coogan. And he falls in what KOC likes to run. He's an agile, wide zone kind of center that you can pull if you need to pull. We do love pulling our centers, so he's that guy.
Big dude, too. 6'5". I mean, 6'5", 311. So hey, I love him, man. I want to second you on this pick. I think this is a great pick. You maybe could get him. You maybe could have get him with your next pick, maybe, possibly. But like the reason why I like him, and I've touched on this, the same reason why I like D'Angelo Pons is because the culture. The culture, what's instilled in them mentally, the discipline. Those are things that have to be taught. And them coming into the NFL, I think they already have an advantage, a step forward from your average rookie that's going to be coming into the NFL. So that's why anytime I see players that are coached that well, right, that are just that disciplined based off of the leaderships, the leaders and the role models they had in college, I'm always going to go for those type of guys because, again, I just think that brings a ton of value that a lot of people underestimate, man. So great pick right here, man, for sure. Love it. We got us Pat Coogan, man. All right, we at pick 195. Where you at with it?
Oh, we getting the bones of this. Let's go to tight end.
Oh, we just signed somebody. Shout out my guy, man. Shout out my guy, my Skobroski. We just signed the Bills tackle Ryan Van Denmark to an offer sheet. So Buffalo can match or decline. I'm not too familiar with him, but we'll go look at him after this mock really quick. All right, what position you wanted to go, Cody? My bad.
Let's go tight end. I want to see what's on
tight end. All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, there he is, right there. I'm already picking him.
Tanner.
All right. Nope. I'm going down to Daquan Wright from Ole Miss.
Daquan Wright. Okay, that's interesting. Talk about it.
So Daquan Wright, he's that vertical threat tight end, right? And we already have our run blocking tight end and Oliver. That's already out there.
Okay.
Hawkinson don't have much longer on this team, right? Because we're already shaved off his number, added the void years to it, and he's probably more than likely going to be gone. So I'm going Daquan Wright. I need that vertical threat on this team, especially if you're going to run something into that 13 personnel where you're going to need Oliver and you're going to need Daquan Wright out there to stretch the field. Daquan Wright reminds me of a poor man's Trey McBride.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Hey, Trey McBride. If you could be a poor Trey McBride, sign me up, man. Let's go, man. You are a Minnesota Viking, my good sir. All right, we have pick 234. What we got?
So pick 240, where we're at right here. Scroll down just a little bit.
Okay.
Jaden Daniels. I'm looking for a wide receiver.
Okay. You want me to go wide receivers?
Yeah, let's go wide receiver here.
All right.
See if we can't find him. I think he might have been picked up. I was looking at Trey Lance's little brother out there.
Oh, Trey Lance's brother. Yeah, he probably gone. Yeah.
So I can skip this one and let's go to the full list on the all.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Everybody, I like TJ Hall. I'm a Hawkeyes fan. So I see someone says Iowa boy right now. I like TJ Hall, but there is a lot of development that needs to go on with TJ Hall, in my opinion. He is a ball hawking cornerback, right? He comes from the Cooper Jean, Riley Moss's, like that kind of area. But I'm going to slow down on that one, and I'm just not going to pick him up. Scroll down. We did get a tackle already.
Yeah, here we'll review the pick so far. So you got Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, the safety. Then we got Jacob Rodriguez. Let's go. Mike Washington Jr., running back. Malik Muhammad, corner. Pat Coogan at center, and Daquan Wright, tight end. So we just signed a tackle. Yes, technically the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go to can you search for players by chance?
Yeah, you can. I think you can.
Wetjen, WETJEN. Nope, he's gone. Damn,
Yeah,
Caden's gone. All right. So what am I looking at right here? If I'm at the Minnesota Vikings, I know I only came in with 3 corners. We're in the 7th round. I'm probably going to go TJ Hall then. Right?
Yeah.
He's a developmental guy. You can put him on the practice squad. It is a 7th round pick. Last year you came in with 3 corners. You still got guys like McGovern out there. Let's light a fire on McGovern. Let's draft TJ Hall right here to put in a little competition.
Let's go, man. TJ Hall, you are a Minnesota Viking, my good sir. Let's go. We cooking though. We cooking. 235. We got 2 picks left. So make them count, Cody. Give us something, man. Let's go. This shit, you already cooking to be real. So
all right, let's go to the defensive tackle position, interior defensive lineman.
All right, we go interior, defensive interior. All right, here we go. Oh, Eastern, the boy Eastern there. We got a lot of Vikings fans that like him.
Yeah, let's go Eastern right here.
Okay. Yep. I'm surprised he's still there, though. I thought he was going. Hey, this is one of those pickups where it's like, hey, right around the corner, played obviously at the Golden Gophers. Hey, what can you do? You take a flyer on him at this point.
Yeah, you take a flyer. I mean, you got 3 7th round picks for a reason. Right?
Hey, he'd be a fan favorite too. People will support him. The fan base will jump behind him just based off of where he played. So can't never go wrong with picks like that this late in the draft. Dave Eastern, you are a Minnesota Viking. And the last pick here.
I'm going to double up on defensive tackle. Even though Robert Henry is out there, we have met with Robert Henry at running back during the before the combine. It's going to be between Robert Henry and Tyler Anidium. So he's the very first one on the top of this list right here.
Okay. There we go.
It's either him or we're going to go double up on running back, knowing Mason might be gone after this year and Aaron Jones might be gone.
Yeah.
So it could be a 50-50.
Here, let's do this. I'll put running back and defense. There we go. So there's the running backs and defensive interiors.
I'm going to go, since we did lose 2 defensive linemen this year, and right now our defensive line is probably a really, really weak spot out there. You're banking on Redmond to do what he did last year, and you're banking on Taki to be that nose tackle. You're banking on other guys. I want to put more competition behind him. I'm going to go get Tyler Onidium.
Let's go, man. Hey, 6'5" or 6'3", 295.
He's a twin.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Hey, let's go. Shout out Cody, man, with the fire mock draft. Let's see what we got. We already know that there's going to be some hate from PFF.
Yep.
I tend to ignore these grades. You got a B, which that's still a good grade. They gave you an A for that Washington Jr. pick. Shout out to PFF for getting something right. Obviously, Jacob Rodriguez with a B there. That would obviously be my favorite pick in the draft, in your draft here. I just think he's a game changer, man. I think he's somebody who's going to come in and is actually can make a difference for years and years to come. So that's why I like players like Rodriguez. People say, well, you don't want to pick him too soon. Why not? If I believe that he's going to be a game changer for years to come, I don't care where I pick him, bro. Like, if you believe in a player and you think that he can change the trajectory, you pick him.
Fire mock.
And I'm happy with the top 4 picks, right? Anything after that, when you start going into round 5 and 6, you are just taking flyers on guys that can be death pieces. Coogan, he's going to be a death piece behind Brandel, right? Until Brandel shows that he can't do the job anymore. Daquan Wright, he's going to sit a year behind the 2 tight ends that we got out there. TJ Hall, all those 7th round picks, they're just flyers out there. What can we hopefully get out of these guys to make our rooms better? In the cornerback room, all the way down the defensive lineman room, knowing Willie came in with 3 corners last year. We lost 2 defensive linemen. So I love this mock draft, especially the first 4 picks.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I like this too. Let me see if I could I'll download this for you and send it over to you on X so that you got it, man. You can post that. That's a dope mock draft, bro. Appreciate you doing that. That's fire. Before we go, man, we've been on an hour and 14. I don't want to hold you too longer. Let's just touch on this pick. Let's go look at this pick that my skull bro sent me. And let's see what it is really quick. I'm not too familiar with the dude. Maybe you know a little something. Let's see here. This is the guy. Boom. We can see if anybody in the chat can touch on this as well and see if there's anything. Shout out to my skull bro too with the 1999. Appreciate you, my brother. Let's go, man. So here we go. Cody. This is His name is, so what is this? So Vikings have signed Bills RFA tackle Ryan Van Denmark to an offer sheet. Per me and Tom Pelissero, Buffalo has 5 days to match. As a former UDFA, this was the original round tender of $3.52 million, which gives Buffalo the right to match any deal, but no draft compensation. So I don't know, man. How we feeling? Let's see what the Vikings fan base is talking about, because they're commenting under there. Should have thrown in a poison pill. If you know, you know. Would be nice to add to the trenches. Skull, I like that. Skull Nation, shout out to you. The Bills will match. I'm seeing if there's any Bills fans in here talking highly about them, like they'll match them here. I F with restricted free agents, but imagine the waiting game for Ryan right now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know too much about him, man. I can't really touch on it because was he good? I don't know. Obviously
I
I can see something in him.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Bills play or this guy play at all, but I'm looking on some of these comments too, that it's an interesting chess piece Minnesota's playing with Buffalo right now. I wonder what that means for the future, because I do know Buffalo is in need of an edge. Yeah, right. Like see where that wallet is going to take him.
He said Vikings making the Bills sweat a little bit. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a chess. Yeah, maybe this is a chess match,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at him. Is this a real picture of him on top of what?
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny. I'll take it if he got that type of personality. You know what I'm saying? I'll take it, man. Yeah. So it seems like there's some stuff going on, like you said, man. It seems like one of those deals. Vikings cooking off season. Okay, so we're getting a little spicy out here, trying to make them boys show their hand. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Suckle replacement. Yeah, no, fact, Skull, bro. Suckle replacement all day.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this dude is yeah, we can't be putting Suckle out there anymore. That's a fact. Yeah, that dude is freaking garbage, bro. We need to get another tackle too. Real quick too, man. I know I said we're gonna go. How do you feel truthfully about Darrisaw? I remember me saying like we're gonna have to have a hard conversation here soon about Darrisaw. And is he good? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's good. Shout out Shaq, my guy. Hey, Shaq. Hey, you next, brother. You next, my dog. You gotta tap in with me. You feel me? Like, I'm willing to do it this weekend, man, if you free. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's tap in, Shaq. We gotta get it popping. That's a fact. How you feeling about Christian Darrisaw? Is he good? Is he great? Yeah, but like the injuries are becoming an issue, the availability, man. Where you at with that?
So yeah, what you said, the issue is the injuries. The injuries are becoming a problem, and it's a problem with me too on it. But Minnesota, they did restructure, right, and then added the years to his contract to shave off a little bit. To me, that's telling me the Minnesota Vikings want Christian Darrisaw here long term, right? Yeah. So you're not going to push money down the road to trade him for another team to try to pick up that massive contract hit, salary cap hit.
Yeah.
To me, I wouldn't have restructured him just because of the injuries, knowing it, right? Because if you cut him, you're on the hook for some dead cap. So I wouldn't have done that. Do I think Darrisaw's great? 100%. The injuries, just like I said, though, it's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, for sure. North said, talking to Bulldog, saying I'd be fine letting Pace go. Hey. The NFL will release the full schedule May 13th. I think May 13th is schedule release. Okay. I thought it was in April, but okay, May.
Yeah.
That'll let us plan our Skull Fest. That's a big day for everybody. If you don't know, not only a schedule release, just a big day because we get to see who and when we're playing. We know who we're playing, but when we're playing, which is important. But we get to plan Skull Fest at that point. So that's always a big day for us over here in Purple Gang, man. They said Pace can go to hey, y'all gonna quit dogging my boy, man. Y'all gonna quit dogging my boy Pace, bro. Chill, bro. For real, that's my guy. I like Pace. So I said, salute, Rap. I got to see how my weekend look. I bet. Yeah, hey, hit me up on X, bro. If you're on X, man, shoot me a message. Let's set it up, though. It ain't got to be this weekend. We can do next week, whatever, man. Whatever you tell me what you got free, bro, and I'm going to work that. Yeah, man. Hey, Cody. bro, this has been amazing, brother. This has been amazing. I think we definitely bounced back, bro. This was a good show.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? This was definitely a good show, on for an hour and 20 minutes. I want you to let people know where they can find you, man, on throughout the week and everything like that, man. Go ahead and shout out your stuff.
All right, so we're on every Thursday around 7:30 Eastern, or 7:30 Central, 8:30. My bad, I'm messing this all up. We're live every Thursday, 8:30 Central Time. We like to bring on Vikings fans, talk it out throughout the week. We also have a let's chill kind of session, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We do every Saturday, and then every Sunday right after the game, we have an aftercare, we call it. It's like a little venting session. You come on here and you tell us how bad Kyler Murray played, or tell us how bad JJ McCarthy played. We heard every single story in every event session from last year, and we love to have you guys on. And what I always say at the end of each show, right after each Let's Go podcast show, I always say, hey, you guys listen to us so we can take the time to listen to y'all. I know there's been some pretty rough stuff with the Rondale Moore thing going on. So you are in that kind of trouble, right? Again, you take the time to listen to us, we can take the time to listen to y'all.
Yeah, man. I just dropped it in the chat, so make sure you do that.
Rap, don't get on your booty high horse. Now that you a suburban kid, rolling on the floor laughing emoji, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, that was funny. That was a good one. No, shout out to you, man. Hey, this TTS is great, bro. Like this definitely adds value to the chat. I hope all you guys can hear it good enough, man. That shit is hilarious when somebody actually says it. It's one thing for me to read the super chat, but to have Brian, that's his name, Brian, you know what I mean, say it, I just think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it adds some value. I got that from a lot of these young streamers. I'm gonna be honest with you real quick, Cody. There's these young streamers, like the big streamers, the iShow Speeds, Kai Sinat. They use this feature on all their streams and stuff like that. The Aiden Rosses of the world. The OGs in the building probably don't know who the hell I'm talking about. But anyways, they use this feature. And I'm like, you know what? Nobody in the like football niche community uses that feature. And I think it'd be fun when people do it, especially if they want to talk some shit too. It's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully as we keep going, man, we can start using it more. And it's not about making people donate. That's the only way it'll work, honestly. If I can do it to just random comments, I would have. That would have been funny. But it only works for donations. But anyways, yeah, get your wallets ready, baby. If you want to hear it talk shit, man, you got to at least do $1. You can do 99 cents, though. You feel me? So shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
It's going to be a banger come draft night.
Yeah, no, draft night. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, man. I think it'll be great. But yeah, man, shout out to you, Cody, man. I appreciate you, man. Tonight was great, bro. I'm glad we were able to bounce back and do this, bro. Like, seriously.
Same here. Same here.
We'll definitely catch up again. I want to get up with Keith and set something up where I come over on your guys' channel. So maybe put that bug in his ear too. He reached out to me last night too after everything happened. So you know that's a good brother right there, man. Shout out to him. Set something up where I come over there and rock out with y'all as well, man.
Yeah, we always love you to have you on. So it's a great time you're on.
Absolutely, man. Shout out everybody. Hey, Zoe, I see you in the building, brother. I got to get you too, Zoe. I got a lot of people on the schedule, man. We going to get everything popping. Believe me, man. Shout out to everybody. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in. Let's go Skull Vikings, baby. And we will see y'all next time.